Everybody, we are live. We are live after an amazing performance. Pancho Villa. See, you had a point where Wilder can't box, but you can't knock Wilder for this performance. He did great. It was competitive, and it was amazing. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. I'm not mad at Fury. I'm not mad at Wilder. I'm not mad at anybody. This was a great performance, nice and competitive. This was pretty fucking amazing, y'all. Like I gotta give it to Wilder. He did better than I expected, so I gotta give it to him. And he tried to go out on his shield, and that last punch by Fury was just too much. But this whole fight was pretty amazing. Chef's kiss. We saw Wilder coming right away. Trying to get out there. Anthony, we saw Wilder trying to get out there and be busy, right? As soon as the sound the round bell started, Wilder came out and was trying to. You could tell he was trying to invest to the body. I was telling everybody, I was like, that shit cured my depression. Like, I'm not gonna be depressed this season. I'm gonna be fine just because that fucking fight was just amazing. Um, yeah, Wilder was coming out with everything at first, right away, right? Let me fix my camera. He was coming out right away, ready to make it a fight, but Fury just couldn't stop putting Wilder on the back foot. And when Wilder was on the back foot on against the ropes, that was not good ever for Wilder. So this was just why. White is fighting who? He's doing that rematch, right, that nobody asked for. I mean, nobody asked for this one, but this one turned out to be better than the first two. This fight turned out to be much better than the first two fights, so I'm not mad at it. I know a lot of people were not trying to fucking have this shit going on, right? A lot of people didn't want this fight, but it ended up being better than the first two. It ended up being much better than the first two, and I'm really excited for that because this was a really good fight. This was entertaining as fuck. We had Wilder, we had Fury first with a knockdown, then Wilder with two, and then Fury at the end with that knockdown, and then that last right that just sent Wilder down. You can't be mad at Wilder, man. Like, Wilder gave it his all, and he made it competitive. He made it more competitive than the first two. And yes, he did. I think it has to do with the weight that he put in. These are not these are not changes that you make from one day to another or from one camp to the other. These are changes that you want to develop in your training camp and in your career. So when you make all these changes, you can't expect to execute them all properly in the next fight, right? Yes, you can be better. I'm sorry for the mess. All of this was on my bed, and when I was screaming and jumping, those monos fell off. Yeah, you can't expect to execute everything on one day, right? You really can't. But Wilder did his best, and he tried to get a second win, but he did go Mimi's. He went Mimi's. Amazing, yeah. Wilder deserved the fight, or Wilder deserved the beating? I'm confused. I thought Wilder would have. He did improve, though. You can't say he didn't improve. He looked much better than in the first two fights. He really did. You can't watch that fight and say Wilder didn't improve. He did much better than the first two fights. I hope that they don't come out with any excuses. I really don't, y'all. I really hope that they don't. And I feel you, Chris. I feel you. I was all over the place. I don't want any excuses. I want to watch it. Dude, I don't know why the fuck I didn't record it. I should have recorded that shit. Right now when the press conference goes live, we'll watch it together and see what they say, right? Because I'm trying to see what they say at the post-fight presser. I know Wilder didn't do a post-fight interview because he didn't want to. We heard Fury said that he didn't want to hug him back or something after the fight, that he didn't want to show him any love or some shit like that. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said. Hold on. Hold on, there we go. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened there. I hope there's no excuses. Yeah, I feel like after Wilder knocked him down twice, he stopped investing in the body and went immediately to try to knock him out. And then that's when Fury came back and regained control of the fight. Wilder had just knocked Fury down twice. And then he came back and still, like, after those two knockdowns, he kind of went down again. And it was like, damn, man. How was it? Y'all some weirdos. That was such. I don't know what the fuck y'all were watching, but you. I mean, I can't tell you guys not to be biased, but to say that Wilder wasn't competitive, at least for for more of the fight than the first two. I didn't. In the first fight, the only rounds I gave him were the ones that he knocked Fury down. That's it. And in this one, he was making it competitive. So maybe y'all got your own agendas going on. I don't. I really enjoyed the fight. I really enjoyed the fight. I think it wasn't close towards the end because Fury took over right after those two knockdowns, but it was good. Like Wilder didn't. Wilder got the fuck out. Wilder was fucking gassed. He was fucking gassed. Yeah, you can't exactly. You can't like these things take time to develop, So I don't know why he expected it to go that fast. Good fight. You guys hear my neighbors partying? After the live, I'm gonna go down and do the zapateado with them. I'm gonna be happy as fuck. This fight gave me a lot of serotonin. This fight made me very happy. It was such a good fight. It lived up to the hype. It lived up better to the hype because a lot of people didn't want this third fight. A lot of people were like, "Why are we getting this third fight? Like, who asked for this?" But this ended up being really good, and ended up being the best fight of the card because Berlanga didn't do shit. He got knocked down himself. Helenius versus Milwaukee was whatever, and then the Jagba versus Frank Sanchez was whatever. So this fight really lived up to the hype, and it made the card worth it. So I'm really happy about it. He really like got that. This time it was like he actually got knocked out. Like the way he went down, he was out. He was trying to get up, but he was out. And I thought so too. But that's the thing about Fury. When you think he's done, he's like, surprise, bitch, I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Because after those two knockdowns, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, Wilder's going to finish it. Here comes Wilder to avenge the other loss, right? He's coming back. And Fury came back and started walking Wilder back. And I was like, holy shit. I think Fury... see, here come the excuses. I can't say this. I have to agree with you in the way that we did see Fury do that. We saw Fury, like, trying to push Wilder down, right, with his, like, elbows down to his shoulders to push him down in that one round where it wasn't a knockdown, but Wilder went down. But it wasn't the whole fight. What I thought Fury was doing is that he would counter Wilder's punches and then hold. He would get hit by Wilder's punches, counter, and then hold. So that's annoying, but that's also smart on his part because he was holding right after countering. So that Wilder wouldn't get into rhythm to keep punching him. So I cannot do excuses anymore. Let's get rid of the excuses. Fury won fair and square. It was an amazing fight, much better than the first two. Let's not do excuses anymore, y'all. Let's not do excuses anymore. Even if you don't like Fury, even whatever the case is, no more excuses, please. Drop the excuses. Oh, no, don't worry. I don't care about donations. I don't care. We do this for fun here. We do this for the funds. I'm having fun. We're doing this for the funsies. Wilder won't show his face. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I gave Wilder 4 rounds. The first fight, I gotta rewatch it, but I don't remember giving him any rounds. Great fight, great pictures. Helenius Nowaski was for... Y'all so rude, but I kind of have to agree. It was kind of whatever. And it was very sloppy. Since the beginning, it was very sloppy, but it was entertaining, right? They were both sloppy as fuck. I gotta agree with that. sloppy, but in an entertaining way. Let's see. Fury is miles better than Wilder in the clinch. Yeah, he was. See, that's the thing. Wilder would get hurt and he would try to clinch, but he was never effective in the clinch. Right? He was never effective in the clinch. And I feel like Wilder was not smart as Fury in that way, where Fury, as long as he would counter, he would hold immediately, like, to not let him get into rhythm, right? No, please, I don't want any excuses. No excuses anymore. I will say this though. I am not happy with Wilder's camp. Wilder's corner was not good to him. Wilder's corner was very like, they were telling him like, hey, like, you gotta knock him out, you gotta, calm down and wait for the counters. But they didn't really say anything helpful to him. So I will say that I was not very happy with Wilder's corner. I was not. Um, Sports Talk with Troy. Everybody, shout out to Sports Talks with Troy. Wilder showed resilience and resolve, but yes, I feel like that's the thing. Like, Wilder did show improvements. To say that Wilder looked the same is fucking stupid. Like, no, he didn't. Wilder definitely showed improvements, just not enough to beat the Gypsy King, and not enough to where it would be from one fight to the other. He has to, it's not like you could just learn all these things and then put them into execution on the next fight. You have to learn to execute what you practice in camp, right? You don't just like learn something and immediately execute it. No, this takes development to practice in fights. Wilder didn't have that, right? So still, here comes the Gypsy King and fucks him up. So I don't want excuses, please. And yeah, I think Rolly's gonna be smiling like Santa Cruz. Here he gets beat by Usyk and Frank. I don't know about Frank. Frank to me is nothing special. Frank is just like, yeah, he's got the Cuban boxing behind him. He's like very, very good, but he doesn't have like any pop like that. He knocked down a Jagba, but then hit him when he was down. But he didn't knock him out. So I was just like, okay, like it was just whatever. I don't think Frank. Oh, you said beats. I think he does beat him. Usyk, I'll give Usyk a bigger chance than Frank. I'll give Usyk a bigger chance than Frank. I will give Usyk much more of a bigger chance. Hold on, let me go back to the comments. Hold on, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm way behind in the comments already. Fuck. Wilder on the canvas when the fight ended is gonna. Y'all are so fucking rude. ¿No lo regaña su mamá for being rude? Let me pause this shit because it's loud. ¿No lo regaña su mamá for being so fucking rude? Y'all are rude. Cowboys Nation. Saludos, beautiful. Oh, hello. Thank you. I said Fury was going to win. Andy Ruiz Jr. will beat Fury. Cowboys Nation. I think you're in a little bit of a stretch here, baby. I think you maybe drank too much tonight from the happiness of Fury winning, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let me go back to the comments because they're coming in kind of fast and I can't keep up. Woo, okay. Wilder didn't make much defense. Well, no, I don't think Wilder's ever gonna. I don't think Wilder was even working on defense. I think Wilder was just working on like his footwork and stuff and investing to the body. So we did see Wilder invest to the body and move a little better, but no, the defense was still not there. Like, he was not. Frank, yeah, Frank's not ready. I don't know what the guy said that. Frank is not ready. Yeah, I think so too. I think they should have stopped it in the 9th. Honestly, the 9th, Fury fucked up Wilder pretty bad in the 9th. So I thought they were gonna stop it then, but they didn't. This was my biggest pet peeve about the whole Wilder excuse thing. It was that he blamed his trainer. And to me, it's like, damn, like, why would you blame your trainer? Like, I can understand all the other excuses, but why blame your trainer? I don't get that. Like, that's kind of fucked up, you know? Jose says, I'm very happy I was going for Fury big time. I wasn't really going for anybody. I was kind of actually going for Wilder just because I love, like, the I love the drama, right? Like I love the underdogs beating, the favorite, but I just wanted a good fight, and that I got the good fight, dude. I got a great fight, and I'm not even mad at it. Like to protect Wilder, poor guy. Oh yeah, like yeah, he was taking a beating for the last like couple rounds. He really was. I think he did make an improvement. I really think he did. Hi, how are you, baby? That was a great fight, right? I can't even be mad. I don't think that was people who are like, oh, this or that. Like that was a great fight. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. That was a great fight. Hello, Frank because, but Fury moves too, though. Fury moves too. To be honest, with respect to Fury, I think this trilogy as a whole, before Fury, Wilder was undefeated. Now, yeah, Fury really came out of nowhere too because he was out because he tested positive for a banned substance. While Fury tested positive for PEDs and he kind of disappeared, and then he came back and did this. So good for him, I guess. Who wants to see Wilder fight again? He's done. I think he's going to become like a gatekeeper for the division in the way that you have to get through Wilder's power to get through everybody else in the division and their skill set. Like Wilder's gonna be that guy that's gonna be like, oh shit, like I have to get through Wilder to get a chance at the champ or something like that. So I feel like that's what's gonna become with Wilder, and we could still get Wilder versus White. They both lost to knockouts before. So Wilder versus White, I wouldn't mind. Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, right? We got Andy Ruiz versus Wilder. Maybe fuck it, Joshua versus Wilder again. Both of those guys lost. Both of those guys have lost, so fuck it. Like, why not, right? So I feel like that would be a good one too. Like Wilder still has fights to fight. Will he win these? I don't know. Maybe, see, that's the thing, you guys have to also remember that Wilder's only losses have been to Fury. What if he fights these other guys and goes back to being the bomb squad right hand and like he's just fucking everybody up? That's also a possibility. He can go back and fight every other guy and knock them the fuck out. It's just Fury that he couldn't fuck up because Fury's style is so complex and so awkward, right? There's a possibility that he could fucking go back and fuck shit up again in a division other than Fury. His only losses have been to one man. So keep that in mind. I don't want to go too hard on Wilder. Bills tomorrow? You got Bills tomorrow? I don't want to give Wilder that hard of a time because his only losses have come to one guy. One. I still want, obviously we've got to see how it affects you mentally, but I still want to see how he's going to do, right? I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe if he fights White or if he fights Joshua. The thing is, my concern was that he looked gassed. He definitely looked gassed. He did, yeah. He can't fight on the back foot, chin up in the air. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. But the thing is that no other boxer had exposed this. Ortiz a little bit, but Ortiz still got knocked the fuck out by him. So, like he could, like I said, he could still go back and just fuck everybody up. I think he's just trolling too. The second fight, I started watching my TV off and fell asleep on the couch. What the fuck? No, I didn't sleep at all. I did Julio and Mary Jane. I'm love you, Cowboys Nation. Fury and Usyk and Canelo versus Plan are in my head. Dude, Canelo versus Plan, we still gotta wait for that. That was amazing. That's gonna be amazing. I think that's gonna be better than this. Frank gets pummeled by Dylan White. He won. See, I don't know why y'all hold Dillian White in that high standard. I don't think Dillian White is all that. He's never been all that, in my opinion. Did you ever get to speak to him? I messaged him, but he never replied to me. I followed him on Instagram. Did you not fucking hear what I said? I said I don't fucking go for anybody. I don't fucking go for anybody. I don't never root for anybody in boxing except that one time Canelo was fighting Billy Joe. I just fucking don't like Billy Joe, so I was kind of fucking rooting for Canelo there. I never root for anybody. I never root for anybody. I just want a good fight and I want to see knockdowns, knockouts, and blood. That's all I want. Or a good fucking boxing match, like a good chess match. I don't give a fuck about who wins. I truly do not give a fuck who wins. What I said, if you have comprehension skills, is that I was kind of hoping that Wilder would win in a way just because of the way it would turn the division upside down. You know, with the heavyweight division since shit for a couple of years now, it's been being turned upside in its head the whole time. You know, Andy Ruiz just beat fucking Joshua out of nowhere. That kind of turned the division into what the fuck, right? And then now Usyk, he beat Joshua, and that was like, what the fuck, right? So I was like, oh, let's have more of these what the fuck moments, right? Like, let's keep turning the fucking division upside its head. I never said I was fucking hoping Wilder would win or rooting for Wilder. I never said that. I said that I was hopeful that maybe something like that would happen just for the division. I don't root for fighters. Like, that's not my thing. But I did root for Canelo against Billy Joe Saunders because I do not fucking like him. I do not like Billy Joe Saunders. He gets on my fucking nerves. I don't like Billy Joe. He fucking gets on my fucking nerves. So that's probably the only time I've been like hoping someone loses. And I was glad when he lost. I was like, oh fuck yeah. Fight of the year, Canelo with winner of plan. I think if Canelo can get a knockout, it'll be fight of the year. If not, I don't know. Because I don't know. I feel like we all feel like Canelo's gonna be planned. So unless he really beats him like that, then yes, should be a swimwear dish. That makes no sense. Can you type that with proper grammar so I can understand what that says? Thanks. Can Wilder versus White? Yeah, White's been the mandatory forever. Anthony says Fury should definitely rest and spend time with his family, and yeah, I think he should just chill. Both of them should just chill. Both of them take a chill pill. We still got, Usyk's still getting the rematch with Joshua, so there's no urgency really, right? There's not really any urgency going on right now. Ahí van otra vez con sus pendejadas. When the fuck did I say I was rooting for? Y'all just, guys, my third grader gets tutoring. Y'all can come over so y'all can brush up on your fucking comprehension skills. Because I never said I was rooting or going for Wilder. Y'all, that shit went right over your fucking heads. I don't root for fighters. I don't ever root for fighters. I want a good fight. I want carnage. I think Ortiz is a really good name, so I don't know what the fuck. And thank you. I really appreciate it. It's fading, but I appreciate it. Andy between y'all smoking dick. What? How do y'all come to this conclusion? Andy just got dropped by Areola, who's like on his fucking way out. I don't know how the fuck. I don't know how y'all come out to this conclusion. How does Andy beat Fury? How? I'm so confused. Yeah, I think Joshua versus Wilder. I still want to see that. I still want to see Wilder versus Fury. I'm gonna go dance in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go downstairs and dance. I don't know if you guys can hear. My neighbors are throwing a party and they finally invited me. I'm like, bro, it's fight night. I can't just fucking go out. I'm waiting for. I want to do the press conference together. I want us to watch the press conference together. Let me see if it's on. Let me see. I don't see a press conference on yet. Let me see. It was on Fox or Showtime. I bought it on ESPN Plus, so I don't know. Let me put Fury versus Wilder press conference, post-fight press conference, because I want to watch that with you guys together. But I don't know if Wilder's gonna want to come out. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna want to come out. No, there's no press conference yet. I'm still waiting. Oh, okay. It says at 10:20, supposedly Top Rank is gonna have it. So I hope so. I want to watch that shit with y'all. I'll share my screen and we can watch together. Justice says I think I go Fury 1, Usyk 2, 3 Wilder, Joshua. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Let me go back to the comments. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go downstairs. And I do agree with you, Jose. Wilder did his best. He's just didn't. He's just not good as Fury. That's it. I am so down. Who are you going for, Canelo or Plant? I'm down to bet for Canelo. I'm down to bet for Canelo. White is so fucked. White is better than Talker. Yeah, I think so too. Oh my god, why just get on my nerve? That's another one. Him and Billy Joe Saunders, like I want them to lose every time, and I will root against whoever they're fighting because I don't like them. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. Like I know we all have our opinions, but I don't get how you come to that conclusion. I don't hold one. Yeah, Frank. I think he's got the Cuban boxing, so he kind of gets away with that. But he's not all that. I'm still waiting for the fucking press conference. Bold statement: Wilder despite being one-dimensional, beats the rest. See, I think that's the thing. Like that's what I was saying, Troy. That like with Wilder, I still give him the benefit of the doubt because no one else has made him look like this. One guy has made him look like this, and that is the Gypsy King. That's just Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury made him look like this, right? Not everybody else. So I still want to see him with everybody else to see how he looks. I still want to see how if he's like really done. If he's done, then okay. Hi, what the streets created. How are you? Usyk is too slick and skill for Deontay. Yeah, I think especially seeing this fight, I think Usyk beats Wilder too. Combat talk. I'm impressed with all his improvements. Yeah, and that's what I was just saying earlier. Like people are like, "Oh, he didn't do anything. He didn't change anything." Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He invested to the body. He definitely had a game plan going in. He was invested to the body, and he was moving a little better, right? Not trying to get in the back foot. But as soon I feel like he got overconfident when he knocked Wilder down. I mean, when he knocked Fury down twice in that round, he just completely let go of that and started turning into headhunting Wilder all over again, and he fucked up and he got caught and he never went back to just being his usual self, right? So he had a game plan, he had improvements, but not enough to win. So you just gotta, it's cool. Yes, I guess you can say that. I like chaos. I want chaos. So I guess you can say that. I love that when Andy beat Joshua, I was like, the fuck is up with the heavyweight division? But I'm down. I'm down for this. Right? Same with Usyk with Joshua. Right? Like whatever causes chaos, but in a gory, like knockdown, knockouts way. I'm there for that. So I guess so. I guess you can say that, I guess. I don't know. Um I do, man. I'm trying to work on it, but I just can't help it. Especially if people piss me off. If Ottawa Wallen beats Cillian White on Halloween, bro, that poster looks like so fucking Halloween. That poster's embarrassing, low key. It looks like a low budget film. That's what it looks like. It looks like a low budget Halloween film, and they just made it into a boxing event. I think that's what they did. What's Miguel up to? I don't know. I don't know. He's probably sleeping. I don't know actually. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing press work. I haven't applied for credentials since like the Virgil Ortiz fight, and that was in March. I've been really busy with my job, so I haven't done any boxing related things other than going live on YouTube, and I don't think that counts. So I'm gonna try to apply for them, but if I don't get in, I'll probably still go. I'm gonna go to the Gervonta versus Rolly fight. I'm gonna go to that because I'm not trying to fucking watch. I'm trying to see that shit. So I am gonna be there for the Gervonta versus Rolly fight. And I do want to see Ryan versus JoJo. So I will be there even if I'm not credentialed, but I just don't know where yet. I haven't looked into the seats yet. I think so too, and I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Justin says I'm going to the Shakur. Oh, in Atlanta. See, that's a good fight. I think like Shakur wins that, but Herring is like this guy that just looks so. Herring just looks like this random ass guy, and then he beats his opponents. Like I don't know. I think I still have to choose Shakur though, because Shakur makes everybody look stupid. I'm looking at it. I'm waiting for it, and I haven't seen it. I'm waiting for the post-fight press conference. It says on it says scheduled for 10:20. I'll share my screen. Fuck it. Let me share my screen with you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting with y'all. Let me see. It doesn't load for me. I don't know if maybe it. I'm waiting, y'all, and nothing's happening. So, is it just not good for me? Is it just not showing up for me? I've been waiting this whole time. I just didn't have it on the screen. I don't think so. I think Plant is going to do better than Billy Joe because of his height and reach advantages. Because Billy Joe was just like Canelo, right? He was at 160 and moved up to 168. So they were pretty even with size. Plant is longer and higher. And that's why he's going to give Canelo a better chance, a better opposition than Billy Joe. But I don't think that makes him better than Billy Joe, if that makes any sense. He's going to give Canelo more problems because of his assets, of his physical assets, but not skillfully, no. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, he did. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're telling me. Watch it. I never said he didn't. Ortiz almost had Wilder. Ortiz almost had fucking Wilder done, but Wilder came back. Yes, dude, this is gonna be awesome as fuck because we still got Fulton versus Figueroa. We got Canelo versus Plant. We got Jojo versus Ryan. We got Tank versus Rollies. This is gonna be good. And yeah, man, 2021 was shitty after all these cancellations. That shit was ass. So many cancellations. I know, me too. I'm waiting for that shit. I'm waiting for that shit so I can go downstairs and dance. But Wilder surprise Fury. Yeah, I think, see, the way that Wilder came out first, I was like, oh shit, like this is gonna be good because here comes Wilder, trying to test Fury with this shit. But I think he let that plan go when he dropped Fury twice. And then he didn't after that he didn't recover. After those two knockdowns, you would have thought that he would come back and continue to put a beating on Fury, but he did not. In the contrary, he kind of lost his mojo. Pacho, yes, eso. Yeah, I remember that. I did remember that. Like the ref pulled him aside, and he was having him in his corner, and that did piss me off. I do remember that. I didn't like that very much. You're right. I'm not gonna lie. I already read that. Yeah, Ortiz he claims he's a certain age, but we don't even know how old he is. Stevenson, but I'm not sleeping on Herring. Yeah, I don't know. That fight could go anyway. Hi, Miguel. Everybody, he's my homie. And I lent him my pay-per-view, so he watched the pay-per-view thanks to me. You're welcome, Bint. Wilder, no defense, every shot landed. I know. I wish he would have worked on his defense as much as he worked on everything else. But he didn't, man. So I'm just kind of sad about that. I wish his defense would have been better. Good night, Anthony. Love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Love you. Thank you for being here. When is that? Is that next week? What's next week? Is that next week? Is that in Atlanta next week? Is that in Atlanta next week? Yeah, I feel like he kind of he had a plan in the beginning and it was clear that he did, but then after that he was just like, boop, I'm gonna still try to just headhunt. I agree. That was amazing for boxing and I'm really happy. Well, technically, I'm gonna be real with y'all. First of all, somebody Cash App me money to buy it, so I didn't really pay for it out of pocket. And then I made up money for it, so I don't really, whatever. I didn't pay for it technically. I went to elementary school. What? Shut up! You're not from Cuba. Or unless you're fucking old too. Are you fucking old? Are you like 60 but claim you're 40? The 23rd? So that's not. Oh no, next week is Mikey. Next week is Mikey in Fresno. Who the fuck is. I might go to that. I was like, who the fuck is gonna watch that? Me? I might go to that. I might go to that in person. Bro, when this fuck is this shit starting? What are the comments saying? The comments are saying Fury versus Usyk, a bunch of UK emojis, Fury goat, Fury had altered. Oh god! I already saw the Fury had altered gloves comment. Oh fuck. Please no, guys. Please. No, no excuses, guys. Please no. Please. No excuses. I do not want to hear any excuses. No more. That was that. Guys, please, no excuses anymore. In the meanwhile, let's go on Twitter and let's check the videos. Let's look at some videos for tonight's fight, basically. Just look at some videos while this motherfucking thing starts, because who the fuck knows when it's gonna start. So let's look up the hashtag Wilder versus Fury and let's look at the videos. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Ready? I'm gonna share my motherfucking screen, and it's gonna be the Twitter search. So let me show y'all. So this was when
wow!
The fourth round. No, it was right after
the hand from Fury. Wilder's got to get.
Down goes Fury again.
He's hurt, fellas.
I don't think he was hurt.
Big right hand from Fury.
Wilder's got to get.
Down goes Fury again.
That was like he hit him and
He's
like
hurt, fellas.
I don't know. I don't think he was hurt. I think he was just like
Big right hand
tired.
from Fury.
Wilder's got to get.
Down goes Fury again.
He's hurt, fellas.
Oh. Oh no. Great out of boxing, heading to sleep like Wilder. Good night. Y'all so rude. Let's see. I want to look at the hashtag and at the videos. So this is
Again with an
dude. This was beautiful. This was beautiful from Fury.
uppercut. It could be all over now.
Look how he fell. Like there was no way that Wilder was getting up from that. I mean, he was trying.
And the fight is all over. Fury's just hurt him again with an uppercut. It could be all over now. That surely is going to be the end of the fight.
That made me sad. Look at that slow
He throws the
motion.
right. Well, that was clean. Right.
Damn.
Well, that was I'm with it. He throws the right.
Look at his. Look at the way he's going
Well, that
down.
was
Like,
clean.
there's
Yes,
no
but
way.
there was I mean backwards. I meant a little bit going backwards, but bang.
Look at his legs too.
That's a highlight reel. It's a highlight reel.
We're gonna see that.
I want to see like the first knockdown that Fury did. I mean that Wilder did on Fury. I'm trying to see the fucking press conference, dude.
Big chance. Can he get the title back?
Wilder's just so wild with his windmills, dude. Like it's just.
Wilder's got to get.
That's the one that we just saw.
He's hurt, fellas.
I don't think he was hurt.
Big chance. Can he get the title
He didn't look hurt. Oh, the ringside. I like the ringside. Oh, shoot. I like ringside versions of shit. Oof. Look at the sweat that comes out of Wilder. Y'all see that sweat that came out? Also, has anybody checked on Artman? Is Artman okay? Please check on Artman, you guys, please. Because Artman, I'm trying to look at the first knockdown that Wilder did because he knocked him down twice. So I'm trying to look at that, but oh, and of course, Fury singing. We didn't get any licking this time because remember, Fury loves to lick. Artman lost 1K. He did. Oh my god. Oh my god, he did. Did he really bet though? Did he really bet? I don't think he did. I can't really get into MMA. I don't know. The group game just bores me. I just don't get it. MMA, I don't know how to score it. I don't know what's going on. I only watch Amanda Nunes. Yeah, Amanda Nunes is cool. I watch like the mainstreams like McMuffin, and every time McMuffin fights, just so I can see him lose. But was that a real ticket from Artman? Anybody could just post whatever. And if he did lose 1K, fuck, that sucks. Bro, when is this press conference starting? Oh shit. Yeah, poor Artman. Has he tweeted since? What's he saying? I just don't want any more excuses. I don't want Wilder fans to come on and say any more excuses. I'm done with that. I don't want to hear it anymore. I really don't. Has Artman tweeted? Oh, he did. So he said, Artman said, Fury won, plain and simple. I'll pay y'all's bets within 2 weeks. So he had bets with people. Damn, he's gonna pay all bets within 2 weeks. And that got 67 retweets, 194 likes, and 86 responses so far. Artman says, Wilder lost respect to Fury tonight. He was the better man. Those who bet, I'll pay in 2 and 3 weeks. Damn, Artman's in debt. Wilder lost fair and square. I'm gonna be a man about it. Check my live stream in about 20 minutes. Oh, he's live right now. Artman is live. Oh no! Did you bet like in Vegas? Oh fuck, that sucks. See, that's why I don't bet in big fights, because it could go either way, and I'm not trying to lose money. I don't like losing money. If I'm gonna lose money, I'm gonna drink or eat that money. I'm not gonna fucking just lose it like that. Yeah. What do you mean? I said Fury in 9. You didn't see my last tweet? I said, fuck, I love this song, Fury in 9. That was my last locked answer. My last locked answer was Fury in 9. That was what I did. Damn, my homie bet me Wilder would win and I didn't take it. Damn, you lost out on money. But yeah, Miguel, I said Wilder. Damn. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for that. Was that in Vegas though? Damn. I have a feeling they're taking fucking forever because Wilder doesn't want to do a press conference and Fury's probably taking a sweet ass time. But I wish they would have just fucking started it already. What the fuck is going on? Come on now. It's not me. It's just this whole thing. See, when I told you earlier, I had the wrong fighter right round, and then the last prediction that I did, I had the right fighter wrong round. I had said Fury in 9. Because I love ACDC. Anybody who comes out to ACDC is gonna win. So when I saw Fury coming out to You Shook Me All Night Long, I was like, oh fuck, Fury's gonna win in 9. But he won in 11, so I guess I was wrong and right at the same time. Yo, I just wanna, dude, fucking Fury's is gonna be over here singing and shit, I bet, again. That's what the comments are saying. Rooster, amen, Wilder. Oh, what the hell? Y'all be weird in the comments. But okay, let's talk about the co-main event. That shit was boring. Ajagba didn't have any sense of urgency. And I don't want to be mean and call it boring because it was a nice technical fight from Frank Sanchez's perspective. But Ajagba never had any sense of urgency. Ajagba never really cared about to press the fight. Like, he didn't do shit. And I was upset because I'm like, man, like, that's why I was excited for this card. I was excited for this card for all the other heavyweights. So I'm like, man, that sucked. And then Helenius versus Nowacki or Nowatki. That was like a DQ, right? It was like a disqualification for Nowacki because he kept, I don't know, doing low blows or some shit. And yes, Helenius was putting a beating on Nowacki, but there was like no crazy knockdowns or like crazy stuff going on. There was low blows and shit. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And then with Berlanga, like Berlanga was supposed to get a knockout again against Caceres, what's his name? The guy that also fought Billy Joe Saunders. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, this guy's gonna get a knockout probably. He got knocked down. Berlanga got knocked the fuck down. So let's talk about Berlanga because Berlanga, you know, he was being pushed as like the new monster, right? They kept calling him the monster, even though Naoya Inoue exists. And not only does he exist, but he is part of Top Rank too. So I don't know why Top Rank is calling Berlanga the monster when they also got the monster in Naoya Inoue, who is the original monster. Like, what are you doing? And this guy was being marketed as like this one round knockout artist, being compared to fucking Mike Tyson, and then being told that, oh, he should fight Benavides and he should fight Canelo. Like, wasn't that guy calling out Canelo too? He was calling out Canelo acting fucking fruity and shit, stupid. And then he got like a decent opponent, like just a normal, decent opponent. And he went the distance with like a decent, normal opponent. And then now he gets like an okay opponent in the way that Caceres or Coceres or what his name is. He was beating Billy Joe until the 12th round when he got knocked the fuck out by Billy Joe. But he was beating Billy Joe, right? In the scorecards up until Billy Joe knocked him out in the 12th round in the undercard of the YouTubers, right? Here at the Staples Center. So it's like that Coceres guy, yes, he was a step up because yes, he almost beat Billy Joe Saunders when Billy Joe was like off the nose stuff, whatever the fuck he popped positive for. But it was still a guy he should have gotten rid of, you know, and he ended up being knocked down. So I understand that when guys are coming up, yes, they're gonna get dropped like a Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got dropped by Luke Campbell, ended up winning by TKO as well. But Edgar Berlanga, I feel like he's a different story because he was like made to be this thing that he's just not. Oh shit, it's happening. It's happening. Let me turn the volume up. Let me turn
In the making.
What's up, mama? We did it again.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Oh, it was a great one. It was entertaining, that was for sure.
I can't hear shit.
Sugar Ray got me through there.
Oh.
10-11. He made me get out there for sure.
All right, everyone. Mike. Hello, hello. Check. 1, 2, 1. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Anyway, God bless you. I'll see you soon, mama.
Can y'all hear it?
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging around for our post-fight press conference here. We're going to do a couple questions and then open it up to the media. I think we have a couple people working microphones there, so you guys are able to ask some questions. I see you back there, okay? It's hard for me to see, but just start talking when the time comes. But Frank, I'll start with you. Do you have your mic, or he's sitting right here behind you, maybe? Oh,
Y'all hear it?
Hold on, we'll get one more. I think we have one more. Yes, you can absolutely share mine, not a problem. Frank, I know you're just still trying to catch your breath from what we just saw. How would you summarize what we witnessed tonight?
Boxing history. For me, it's one of the. It's the best live heavyweight fight I've seen. It was just amazing. Two warriors in there who gave everything, and it was just so absorbing. My only regret is the Brits weren't here.
Yeah,
as well.
Walter's not going to be there.
The atmosphere was marvelous. With the Brits here, it would have been even more special. But what a man he is.
I wasn't streaming the fight on here. I don't stream fights. I go after.
Generation, bar none.
Have you ever seen him perform better than what you saw tonight?
After.
I have
Can
seen
y'all
him
hear it?
perform better. I've seen him box better, but I'll tell you something. The heart, his heart, and the bravery. He's just amazing. He's an amazing person, an amazing athlete, and boxing should be proud of him and proud of what he did tonight. And also Deontay Wilder. It took two guys to make this fight tonight.
Indeed it did. And Bob, you and I were chatting just a few moments ago, and I asked you, Bob, if you'd had, in all of your years in promoting boxing, if you've ever seen anything like this, or what fight maybe did this remind you of? And what did you tell me?
Well, Christina, first I want to apologize to all the fans who spent their money to see such a boring fight.
What?
Listen, I've been in this business 57 years promoting fights, and I truly have to say I have never seen a heavyweight fight as magnificent as this.
Okay,
and I am so proud.
It was good, but I don't know about
man
everything.
on my right, he showed heart, ability. He is truly a fighting man.
what
You
kind
there,
of?
Bob.
Go
Thanks for
ahead,
the
yeah.
compliments.
I mean,
Really appreciate
sure,
it.
respond to that. I mean, this man who has been and seen it all, promoted the likes of Muhammad Ali, just giving you those compliments.
I'm absolutely humbled by Bob's words. Not a chance to look at the fight yet, but I anticipate it was a good fight. We're both down a few times, and it was edge of the seat stuff, Bob. Could have swung either way. But you
They're
know, when
both
it comes down to it,
shirtless.
when I have to pull the chips out every time, I've delivered 33 times in a row, and I never let anyone down. I always give it me all, 100% tonight. I came into this fight tonight thinking, you can only do your best in life, and whatever's meant to be, whatever's destined, written in the stars for you, will be. And that's it. I trained hard, I dedicated my life, and I got the victory tonight. And I just want to say thank you to God, and thank you to all my team and all that. And it was a great time. But I've been home for 2 weeks out of the last 6 months. I just had a little daughter born. I didn't have the best preparations in camp, but I don't make excuses. You know, I came here, I was fit as a fiddle, and I'm strong as an ox. So it was what it was. But now I'm going to go home and regroup and spend some well-earned time with my kids and my wife. And that's that. But without this man sat next to me here, this Sugar Hill, the big dog, I wouldn't have knocked him out tonight. He was like to me, in 9, 10 and 11, he was like, get this beat out of here. Stop messing around. He was like, the big dog gets him out late. And he pushed me to knock him out. He really did.
I was going to say, just now before Tyson said it, Sugar Hill, what a trainer.
I mean, tremendous job tonight, Sugar.
It's the genes. Sugar Hill has the right genes. Emmanuel Stewart, my dear friend, the late Emmanuel Stewart, the greatest trainer. Now his nephew. I mean, you really learn from Emmanuel.
Sugar, how would you describe what we witnessed tonight?
Say that one more time.
I know the echo makes it hard to hear. I know. How would you describe what we witnessed tonight?
I describe this fight that just happened as probably, for me, like one of the most exciting fights in history, especially in the heavyweight division. And you have the two biggest men in boxing go at it like that, put each other down, give it everything they got. And I have to, give all the credit to Deontay Wilder and his team, Malik Scott for stepping in and pushing him to where he was able to push him to what he was able to do today.
Why are they both shirtless?
And he showed a lot of heart, a lot of change.
That's all I want to know.
I give it up to them for that. And on the other hand, big dog Tyson Fury got off the porch, got out there, got the job done. And that's what really matters. It's all about winning. And of course, I like knockouts. I get that from my uncle Emmanuel. That's everything that he taught me. I've been living with him like about 35 years of my life. So I learned as much as I could with him, and he's like a father to me, so I watched everything. And
I just want to know why they're
I'm
both
thankful for
shirtless.
having to learn from him. Also being a gentleman and being professional too. I got a lot of that from him. And it allows me to make new friends out here and to be able to, push Tyson and to be able to make things exciting, just for boxing. With this fight that just happened, boxing is big and boxing is back. The heavyweight division is flourishing. Big time boxing, knockout time. Tyson Fury, big dog, Gypsy King. How about that, Shane?
Tyson, round 4, what was going through your mind after those 2 knockdowns?
Not a great deal. You go swimming and you're going to get wet. You mess with fire long enough, you'll get burned, I've had 3 fights with the biggest puncher in the history of my sport, in my division. And he caught me, he caught me twice in the 4th round. But I was never thinking, oh, this is over. I was thinking, okay, good shot, but I will get you back in a minute. And I did. I was very conscious. Saw the ref go 3, 4.
I don't want any more
I was always
excuses
there,
from no one.
He shook me, he put me down, and that's boxing. And it's life as well. It's not about how many times you get put down or how many times you lose or win. It's about how you can come back and keep getting back up and keep moving forward. Like Rocky said, you've got to keep moving forward and in a positive manner and keep fighting. Not just in a boxing fight, but in life in general, because nothing's ever going to be easy. If you want something that's very hard to get, you've got to sacrifice and dedicate and keep pushing, no matter what. And never let anybody tell you can't. Because tonight, again, time and time again, I show that it's very possible to achieve anything you ever want as long as you believe it in here.
Amen. And I know it's getting late, and I know you guys have a ton of questions over there, so we can turn it over now to the media. Everyone up here is available for questions. I see you back there.
Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports. This is for Tyson. Congratulations, Tyson.
Thank you.
I wonder where you look at your place in boxing history, heavyweight history, as a 6'9", 277-pound guy. I can't imagine there's too many heavyweights in the history of the sport that would be able to deal with you. How do you see your place when you look at the whole history of boxing?
You know, I've always been one of these people who always says, like, I can never fight people from the past, so I'd never disrespect anybody. I can only beat whoever's in my era, and I've done that all my life. I don't like competing with other fighters from the past because it's fantasy and it's not reality. And I wouldn't like to disrespect any of the former champions, a long, long line of champions in the heavyweight, even from when heavyweights were like 185 pounds, right till today. I'd never disrespect any of them, and I respect the sport wholeheartedly. And let's just say I'm the lineal champion of my era, and I can only be the best of my day.
Oh my
and I've
God.
done that. I'm the best
think
fighter
so,
in my
eh?
era. I'm the generation fighter. I actually feel
There
sorry
has
for
to
all these
be.
guys
It's
who have
must
to
be
fight
in there.
because I'm in the dressing room at home. I'm not nervous. You know, it's a boxing fight to me. I feel sorry for them because they're fighting the fighter of the generation. That's for sure.
And, you know, Tyson, you followed the sport for a long time, so if you don't want to put your place in history, who are the heavyweights that you love the most and that
I
you
hate
look at
mythical
and you feel
matchups.
like
They're
good
so
above other
stupid.
guys?
You know, there's a long, long line of them, and they go right back to John L. Sullivan, Jack Dempsey, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Joe Frazier, all these guys, the Klitschko brothers. There's been so many great champions. Even the guys from today, like Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk and myself and everybody else, they're all good champions, but without sounding too sharp and clever, I place myself right on top of the pile. I believe that I could beat anyone in the history, any man born. I believe I've got a really good chance of beating him. There is always a way of beating Tyson Fury, and I've always said it very, very clearly. Just got to knock me spark out, and if you can't do that, I'll win, and that's it. But like I say, I can only be the best of my era, and I'm definitely that.
Sean?
Tyson, congrats on winning one of the greatest fights of all time. What would you say were Deontay's effective adjustments and improvements tonight? What did he do better
That's a nice
than the
question.
first two fights?
That's a good question for what he saw differently.
Can you say that again? Because I didn't hear you.
There's a really bad echo.
Oh,
It's really hard to
Tyson,
hear.
congratulations on winning one of the greatest fights of all time. What would you say were Deontay's effective adjustments and improvements from the first two fights tonight? That made it...
Yeah, I got it. Time. Yeah, he improved. He worked on his boxing and stuff. It was a different fight, you know. It was a much different fight from fight 2, and a much different fight from fight 1. He came in real heavy tonight, like 238 pounds, and I believe that helped him. And he was definitely hitting solid. But you know what? I thought that we fought it all out there, and all the allegations that they made towards me, like throughout the build-up of this fight. And we fought like two warriors in there, and I went over to shake his hand and say, well done. And he was like, no, I don't respect you. I was like, how can you say I've cheated when you know in your own heart and your full team knows that you just got beat fair and square? So it's just like, it's just a sore loser in boxing or what, but I'm sure he's not the first one and he won't be the last one. But I've acted like a gentleman throughout my career, and that's all I can do as a man.
Straight back here, Tyson. Dan Raphael from The Ring magazine.
Dan.
You mentioned a few moments ago, you had mentioned Alexander Usyk.
I heard, that's what I heard.
I just wondered, I know the fight just ended, the great fight, but do you have any thoughts or desires in the future to face him for the Undisputed Championship, to get those other belts? I know you're the lineal champion.
Him against Usyk would
he
be
seems
good.
like the guy that you might want to fight next, or Joshua if he wins the rematch.
We'll see, you know. I've just earned a well-earned break from everything. Been away from my family for 6 months. In total, been home 2 weeks out of the last 6 months. So before I start thinking about fighting other men, I'm going to bask in this victory, because this tonight was one of my greatest wins.
Yeah, that was a good
I
win.
got off the floor to do it, and you know, I'm the big dog in the division. I believe that probably one of the heaviest heavyweight champions in history tonight, 277 pounds.
Yeah, he's strong.
And you know, I was fit, I was strong in there, and I felt good. So yeah, well, we'll just see what today brings and tomorrow as well.
Fair enough. One other question for you, Tyson. Frank mentioned it earlier when he made his opening remarks. I wondered how, it was a great crowd here and a great enthusiasm, but give me your thoughts about not being able to have the British fans that are so raucous and supportive of their fighters.
I know, and
in
they
the
didn't
building
have the
to
UK
support them.
fans. The UK
You know,
fans would have made
was
it
a great
much
atmosphere
bigger
in here tonight. The fans were
atmosphere.
amazing, and everybody who bought a ticket in here got the money's worth, definitely. But you know, the British fans couldn't travel, and we saw the support that I had last time in Vegas. Vegas would have been full of Brits. We would sold this arena out 10 times if we'd have been allowed to travel. But you know, this is the pandemic, and worse things have happened at sea, and we'll see what happens next.
Mike Coppinger, ESPN. Tyson, congrats on the amazing
Mike
victory.
Coppinger.
And more
Let's hope we don't get
importantly,
kicked out.
being a great fight. And I'm wondering, I know you know your history as well as anyone for boxing. Does this mean a little more extra to you to be involved in such an amazing fight that people are going to talk about for years and years?
Yeah, it was a great fight. You know, rarely do we see heavyweight trilogies. I believe the last one was Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. And those fights didn't disappoint either. They were great fights. Me and Wilder saga is done now, done for good. And it was definitely a historic trilogy for sure. Swung both ways, and both fighters had the opportunity to seize the moment, and it was just that I showed the initiative and dug deeper, and I wanted it more. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to that sort of fight, it's who's willing to push further. And I wasn't willing to let it go to the scorecards. I was definitely trying for a knockout.
I feel like he was still ahead on the scorecards anyway.
You were pushing hard for that knockout. Were you surprised that Wilder didn't go earlier, or that the ref didn't stop it, or the corner?
No, you know, Wilder's a very tough guy, and he's got heart, definitely got heart to keep going. But I think one of the ringside doctors or one of the commission people got in the ring at one stage to check he was okay. I'm not sure what was going on. I thought they might have pulled him out there, but he took a lot of punishment tonight, Deontay Wilder, and that puts a lot of mileage on the clock. So did I. I took a lot of punishment as well. Had some good shots, and I've got put over and got back up, and it was just a great fight all in all, you know. Like Sugar said, you got to take your hat off to Wilder's team and him as well. He put up a good fight, and that's what I'm here for. I wasn't here to blow someone over in one round. I travelled the world for so many years to find challenges, and he gave me a real worthy challenge tonight for sure.
Tyson, Gareth Davis from the Telegraph. I'm just want
Y'all
to
are
ask
so
you,
fucking rude.
could there be any consideration
He's
that
old,
this
but look
could
at him.
be
He's
the
still
end of your
getting
career
angry,
and
and
you
he's
could walk away
still there.
retired as the top of the era?
I can't really hear you there, Gareth.
Tyson, are you considering or could you consider retiring even at this point?
Well, he looks alive.
Do you know what, Gareth? I'm going to go out and have a couple of drinks and relax. I'm not even thinking about boxing. Like I just said, I'm basking in this glory. Because last time, after the fight too, I sort of like just went out, went to bed, and then got up the next day and flew home. And this has been a well-deserved victory tonight. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not thinking about anything else. And all the way through, people were trying to overlook Deontay Wilder.
Don't be rude.
And not for one moment did I want to say that I'm going to overlook him or look at somebody else, because if I would have looked past Wilder tonight, he'd have been sat here and not me.
And after a thrilling contest like that, you must be incredibly proud of yourself, as you said, but are you really going to fall into a depression now?
No, why the fuck?
I hope not. I'm going to try my best to keep positive and stay focused on being happy, and I've got a lot to be thankful for in my life. God's given me everything that I've ever asked for, and I've got a lot to be thankful for sure.
Thank you.
Tyson.
Yeah, why would you ask somebody that? That's so fucked
I was just wondering what your thoughts are on if you think Deontay Wilder will fight again. He took a lot of punishment tonight and was viciously knocked out.
I've not seen the actual the knockout, but I felt it. You know, I felt like he was getting tired and he was getting fatigued, and I hit him solid with a crunching right up, right in the side of the temple, and shots like that, they end careers. And I just hope that he's okay. You know, he took a lot of punishment tonight with left uppercuts, right uppercuts, right hooks, right hands, and yeah, it was definitely took some punishment. So we'll see what he can do in the future.
Hi Tyson, Allie Bailey with Bleacher Report. So about over 80% of the betting public tonight favored Wilder. What do you say to those?
Wilder was a favorite tonight? I don't think so.
They always
You get your statistics. I mean, Fury was a 3-1 favorite. It went down to 250 to 1.
Bob's quick with it.
Where did you get that the public? I mean, really, this is serious. FanDuel the greatest
Oh my
bet
God.
app, which is a sponsor of the
Yeah,
fight.
I don't know why the fuck they
you're
asked him about his
making up
mental health. That was
stuff.
stupid.
And the public, look, this is
But
Las
this
Vegas.
was a stupid question
What
too.
you're talking
Who
about
the fuck said
is
he was the
that
favorite?
Tyson was a big favorite, so the small bettors who come in at the last minute bet the underdog. Right. I've seen 50-1 fights where there's more bet on the underdog in the last hour by the public. Believe me, the betting favored Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury was a favorite. I don't know why the fuck she would say some stupid shit.
Yeah, like Frank said, next time they know to put the money on if they want to keep it in the pocket and earn a few quid.
Is that a wrap? Are we done?
And another thing I'd like to address.
Tyson, any closing comments?
Yeah.
You, the lineal champion of the world, still undefeated. Congratulations once again.
Thank you
Enjoy
very-
some time with your family. Thank you for your class.
Thank you very much. Not bad for a feather duster, eh? Non-puncher. Clean one-punch knockouts. Get up there, my boy.
Sugar, congratulations. Enjoy some time, Bob.
Now is
Thank
the
you.
time. Now is the time. He's been in. It was a hell of a fight. He's put in months preparing for the fight. It all came out great because of his heart and his belief in himself. I think this is the time to say goodnight and let him enjoy it with his friends, with his wife. And let's have a round of applause for the heavyweight champion of the world and the
And we'll
greatest
see you.
fighter that we've seen in a long, long time.
And we'll
Get
see
up
you
there,
on-
my boy.
Yeah, give it up. We'll see you in Atlanta with Nico Ali Walsh on the 23rd. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I think I want to take a photo.
Good
Go
night,
ahead.
everybody.
Close off here.
It's party time.
About a party. See, I knew that Wilder wouldn't come out. I knew that Wilder wasn't gonna come out, and maybe he went to the hospital. I don't know. The mental health question was stupid. As someone who like suffers really bad from mental health issues, you don't ask people like, "Hey, so are you anticipating another mental breakdown coming?" Like, why the fuck would you ask that? Like, that's fucked up. And also, the last reporter who said, you were, or 80% were betting on Deontay Wilder. Like, where the fuck did she get that? Like, she clearly does not see, and that's what sucks about big platforms sending just like any reporters. You have to send reporters that know their boxing, because then they say some shit like that and you just waste the fucking question. Because who, where, when, in whose house was Wilder the betting favorite? I don't think that was ever the case. So I don't know what the hell that was about. Great fight. My takeaways: Wilder did better than the first two fights. This fight was much better than the first two fights. Lived up to the hype. I know a lot of us were like, "Oh my god, like why is this happening again? Like let's just move on with the heavyweight division." But this fight was pretty fucking amazing, and I think it did great. For the, it's great for the fans. We know that Wilder, was gonna give it his all, and I think he did. I think he just guessed the fuck out. And we still got Fury probably fighting the rematch winner versus Fury. Versus Joshua and Usyk. So we'll see what happens there. And of course, like I said, Wilder outboxes Usyk. He could have outboxed Fury tonight. Y'all smoking dick. Oh, Tyson. I was about to say, like, what were you talking about? What? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it'll be really competitive. I feel like I can't keep underestimating Usyk. After everything he's done, it wouldn't be fair for me to keep underestimating him. I think it would be a really good fight. I just think that Fury's just so tall and lengthy that he would get the win. But that's what I said about Joshua, so who the fuck knows? Come on. You guys are so rude, dude, but I love it and I'm here for it. Who do you guys think Fury would do well against with next? I think a White fight would still be good with Wilder. Wilder versus White would still be cool. Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, I still want to see. Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. I want to see. Like, fuck it. Again, yes, Wilder looked horrible in the way that he gassed, right? He gassed and he was taking a beating in the last couple rounds. But he's only one fighter has done that to him. The Gypsy King. Only one fighter has done that to him. So, I don't know. I still want to give Wilder the benefit of the doubt, regroup. He showed some improvements, so maybe he can keep working on those to properly execute him in the next fight, right? I would love to see Joshua versus Wilder because they both lost twice already. So they both lost twice. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, Wilder versus that guy that beat the Polish guy today. Hellenius? Yeah, see, like something like that. Because Hellenius is not the best defensive wise. Neither is Wilder. So I feel like that would be a good tie together. You know what I mean? That would be a good one. That would be a good one. Justin said he gassed out because he put on weight to be able to hang with Fury, but then those are things like that we mentioned. You don't just get to go in heavy the next fight. You don't get to just make all these adjustments and go into the next fight. You have to get adjusted to the, little by little to weight class it's all one weight class, but to gain a significant amount of weight, your body has to get used to it in the actual ring. So, it's not like right away where these things are going to take into effect. Hector says that body weight leaning on him always works. Yeah, he was like trying to like push down on him, but I can't take anything away from Fury. I really can't. Like, he really did the right thing tonight and beat Wilder fair and square. I never really thought that he cheated. I thought that maybe Wilder was just taken aback by the fact that Fury just came forward and Wilder was not used to fighters coming forward like that against him. I agree with your assessment. Yeah, Achakba had no sense of urgency. I'm like, bro, come on, like, do something. He was like, whatever, like, I'm losing and this guy's outboxing me and this guy's moving too much, but I'm not even gonna try to go all out for it. Even when his corner was like, hey, you need a knockout to win, and you're not gonna get the knockout by waiting on him. And he still just he went out and still didn't chase it. So I'm just like, man, I don't like that. His corner told him what to do and he didn't do it. They're going to put Wilder's Chad. Oh my god, Chad. Don't be rude. I'm gonna screenshot this. Don't do that. Y'all mean as hell. Justin says I think he comes back down to his comfortable 220-ish, whereas everybody else. Yeah, like I said, I know he didn't, he went out bad today by the knockout, but he can still fight everybody else and see what he can do, against everybody else. It's just I don't understand. He will be. I think he'll be okay. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he did go out pretty bad. He did go out pretty bad tonight. He did make adjustments, but not enough to go against the Gypsy King, and not enough to stick to them. Because after he got those 2 knockdowns, he still went back to head hunting. And I don't want any excuses. 3-1, Wilder went back. Respect. I think so too. I think people are going, at least for the most part, are going to recognize that Wilder did do better than the first 2 fights, right? It was more competitive up until Fury took over those last 3 rounds. He was really putting a beating on him. I just don't want any excuses anymore. I am done. I don't want excuses. I'm just done with the excuses. I hope that Wilder left. I hope he's just getting checked out by the hospital. Fury said that Wilder didn't want to give him a fist bump or a hug back, which I really hope that Wilder's not a bad sport. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't say anything anymore, please. Like, don't, please. Like, I don't want any more excuses. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna take a while for him to like accept this, because he didn't accept the first draw, then he didn't accept the second defeat, and he made up like 100 million excuses, and then now I feel like he was so convinced that because I think he truly believed in his head that Fury cheated. So he was so convinced that Fury cheated that he's like, well, I'm just gonna make minor adjustments and then beat him because he's not gonna be able to cheat this time. I'm not going to let him cheat this time. We're going to be on it with the gloves, or we're going to be on it with the water or whatever. I have a new trainer. I'm not gonna come in with a heavy ass suit, just a mask, right? So I feel like he thought that those minor adjustments were going to make it a big difference because he really believed in his head that Fury cheated. And when he came in and that wasn't the case, I feel like maybe he's got to take time to accept that, you know? But I just don't want any more excuses. That's it. And I do give him props. I do give him props because he did make some adjustments, right? Maybe those are well, let's hope that he just had to go because he was concussed or something. Like let's hope that it's just a matter of safety, that he had to be taken away for safety reasons. You guys, you guys are so rude. I'm a screenshot these though, because y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid, but I love it. I love it. Jake Paul. Dude, Wilder would murder Jake Paul though. He would murder Jake Paul. The count was weird though. The ref counted to 5 and then walked. I have to watch it again. I do have to watch it again. After this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at the highlights. I was gonna go downstairs and dance with my neighbors, but I think the cops got called on their party because I don't hear any music anymore. So I don't remember the count. I have to go back and look at the count. There's always some talk about the count. People talking about Wilder should retire. Wow. Dude, is Artman okay? Has he said he was okay? All I know is that he said he was gonna pay people back. Wilder not giving Fury the respect at the end was this stays. Yeah, like again, I wish he would have. I wish he would have been because Fury still gave him the respect in the way that he said, like, we're still the top two, right? Like while Fury still said that we're still the top two and gave him his props because that's how you're supposed to do it, right? If Wilder was more like, okay, I lost to the best heavyweight, but nobody else. Like if you give the other fighter their props, then your loss is not that significant because you say, well, there's no shame to losing to this guy because he's just that good. But there's no shame to losing to the number one fighter undefeated. Like whatever. Like he may be number one. I'm number two. Let him claim that he's number two, right? But he didn't do any of that. But let's hope that he comes back and he does the right thing. While they're going to want a fourth fight. No! Why are you guys so rude? An exorcism? Se pasan de verga. Speaking of, I'm gonna watch another scary movie tonight. I watched a scary movie last night. I was fucking ya casi me miaba. Fury versus Goku. Oh my god, Goku would win. I love Goku. You see my Goku back there? I love Goku. Goku's my dude. I also have a Belma on my wall, but you guys can't see that. Wilder versus Bob Arum. Why would you wish that on Bob Arum? Pobrecito, you can already tell he needs life alert. He doesn't need to fight with Wilder. They're not gonna fight anymore. Yeah, I don't think. Yes, I agree with you, Miguel. I agree with you 1,000,000%. Like this is it. That was the end of the trilogy. So why not end it in good terms like they ended the first fight? When they ended the first fight, they were both kind of like amiguis, and they were like, "Oh, I'm the best, and he's number two, and yeah, we're the best first two." Like they were amiguis. So I'm like, why are you guys not amiguis again? What's happening? Like, why are you guys salty now? And it's Wilder, But let's hope that Wilder comes back and he's able to recognize his flaws and he's able to capitalize on them at the gym and then continue to do better. Because if Wilder should learn anything instead of making more excuses, is hey, I did do better this time. I still, I got knocked the fuck out, but I still did better. So why, let me continue to do better. Hi, I'm a little tiny buzzed. I've been drinking IPAs. I still got 2 more in the fridge, and I can't get up because I'm not wearing pants. So I can't get up and go get another beer because I'm not wearing pants. So I'll get one after the stream. But I already have 1, 2, I think 3. So I have like 3 more over there. I think. Oh no. So I drank all these. But I don't feel drunk yet, so I still want to get 2 more, and maybe I'll drink a shot of tequila after, and then I'll watch a scary movie. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold on. Ooh, let me go back on the comments. Well, they're gonna go Team Reynoso next. Get that, bro. Chad, you're out of pocket. Chad, you're out of pocket. Chad. ¿Te calmas o te calmo, Chad? Dodgers won today. See, I feel like I'm bad luck to the Dodgers because yesterday I watched the game and they lost. And then today I didn't watch it. And I told myself, I'm just going to focus on boxing. I'm not going to check the Dodgers score. And my friend was texting me and he's like, oh my God, Bellinger, blah, blah. Or Corey say something. And I'm like, huh, what happened? He's like, oh, we're winning. We're 6-1, I think he said. I'm like, wow. So when I don't watch it, they win. I feel like I'm the bad luck. Depressed? Oh no, don't be depressed. I know that sucks to lose money. That's why I'm so I don't want to lose. I don't want to bet because I feel like if I bet, I'm gonna lose money, and I don't want to lose money. But no, you win some, you lose some. Bet on Canelo for the killer plant, and you're gonna win. You'll be fine, baby boo. You'll be fine, baby boo. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes, one time, I had like $400, like 4 $100 bills in my fanny pack. And I was like going out doing shit, right? And I had my fanny pack, and I guess because I would get my phone in and out of my fanny pack, I guess like one of them fell out. So I got home and I was missing $100. And I know that's not the same as 3,000. That's not at all the same. But I was like, fuck. And I was so sad because I'm like, I'm so stupid. Like, why did I do that? Like, why did I just have bills in my bag where if I'm taking stuff in and out, it's gonna come out. But it's just like shit happens, like stuff happens like that all the time. And you just gotta like accept it. I got a ticket in May, and I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. I'll probably have to pay like $200. It was $1,060, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do to get a ticket that fucking fat? Like, what the fuck did I do? So I am challenging it, but I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna have to pay it, and I'm like, this sucks. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't on my phone. What the fuck? Fucking cop. But I don't know. Like sometimes shit just happens, and you lose a lot of money, and it's not good. I thought Wilder gave a good account for himself. He got knocked out. I that's the best way to put it, and I'm happy that you put it that way because that is the best way to put it, and I completely 100 agree with you. Sanchez looked great. Yeah, Sanchez looked great. I just wish he was a little bit more busy, but the Cuban style of boxing, that's what it is. My favorite IPA is the Grapefruit Sculpin IPA by Ballast Point. That shit is chef's kiss. It's the old reliable. I can drink that every fucking day. But I didn't go to like a liquor store. I just went to the 7-Eleven because I needed to get like iced tea. And I was like, oh, let me see what I'll buy. And then I went, and that's all they had. I think they had this and Stone. Stone is okay, but it's not my favorite. I like this over Stone. So I got the Lagunitas. I was like, whatever. I'll be fine. Chat said JK. A spider on the wall. Stop it. I'm not wearing pants. Leave me alone. I wasn't wearing pants. What am I gonna wear pants for? And then I'm just sitting down and I'm wearing my oversized Animal Crossing shirt. Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy. Braves in 4? No. It's not gonna happen. No. I still haven't even framed my newspapers for when the Dodgers won last year. And I might move, so I mean, I might not. The LJ Fighter. Hi, baby. How are you? I'll be honest. I left the room when the fight was stopped. Wilder left. He didn't. I think it was to get medical attention, but Fury said that he didn't want to give him a hug back or something like that. I think that's what he said, something like that. That he didn't want to give him love or something. Giants lost. UFC. Damn, baby, sucks. I was like kind of like hoping Wilder would win just for the chaos it would cause a division. But I just want the Dodgers to win again. I just want Dodgers to beat the Giants, to be honest. If we lose to everybody else, fuck it, whatever, we lose. We already won last year. I could tell myself that. But I do not want to lose to the Giants. Fuck them. I will never live it down. My uncle is a Giants fan, and I'm supposed to go to Fresno next week for the Mikey fight. So I do not want to lose to the Giants. My uncle will give me shit, and I don't want that. All the Giants fans will give me shit. The Giants fans already give us shit because they won like 6 rings in like the post Y2K era. And we only have one, and I'm like, right? Bumgarner has 6 rings, and Kershaw only has one. Kershaw's still better than Bumgarner, so fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. I miss Puig because Puig would fucking kick ass with Bumgarner and they would fight each other. I miss Puig. Point is, we can lose the next round. I do not want to lose to the Giants. Though I also don't want to lose to the Astros. But that would be later because the Astros are fighting right now with the White Sox, right? Right? Point is, I do not want to lose to the Astros. But I can lose to the Braves. I'm gonna fuck the Braves. Whatever. They deserve it. The Braves deserve it. Braves deserve a little bit. Fuck it. Whatever. Whatever. I just don't want the Astros to win or the Giants. Boston, fuck Boston too. I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's not talk. Let's not talk. Let's not talk about baseball anymore. Baseball gets me pumped too, y'all. I love baseball. Yeah, I don't know what I did. It was also like my last week at work. Like I was going to the office every day, but it was May 27th. It was the end of the month, when motherfuckers are trying to get their quota. And I remember I was like going into the freeway, like from my house, and I was like, oh my God, there was like 3 cops that had already stopped people. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And one stopped me, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? But he didn't tell me anything. He just like, he was like, "Oh, give me your papers." I gave it to him, and then I asked him like, "How do I pay it? I never got a ticket before." He's like, "The directions are in the back." I'm like, "Okay, bitch." And then I don't know. When it finally appeared, it was like 1,060, and I'm like, "Ah, no, 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 no. I didn't do shit." So I'm gonna go fight that shit because 1,060, I could spend that shit in Vegas when I go for Crawford Porter, and I'm not going to fucking not spend that much money. I'm gonna spend a lot of money for Crawford Porter. Who I don't know. I think Crawford's gonna win. Porter, he's doing everything but training. Like he's out commentating for the Showtime, he's out commentating when PBC, he's out doing his podcast, he's doing this, he's doing that, but he hasn't been focused on his fight. And I think that's kind of like, bro, get a little bit of sense of urgency and train, right? And I don't want to give him that much shit because Porter's from Vegas and all this stuff is going in Vegas right now. So he's there, he might as well go. But I think I just got Crawford because he's a dog, right? He se faja, right? So I think I'm gonna go with Crawford in that one. But Porter's not gonna make it an easy fight. No, he's not. I think Crawford. I don't think it'll be easy. I think obviously Porter gives him the best fight anybody else has because he hasn't fought a legitimate opponent at 147. But I still think Crawford wins. He didn't give any respect to Fury after the fight. He left during the post-fight interview. And question is, I don't know. He also didn't come out in the press conference, so maybe he went. Let's hope that he just needed medical attention and that he's getting the medical attention he deserves and that he needs. But I hope that he doesn't make any more excuses. Let's hope no more excuses. And he said he wasn't going to fight him a 4th time. So let's just hope. Okay. Yes, I do have to agree with that, Jesus. Fury would take a punch, counter, and then hold. It's a frustrating tactic, but it's a smart tactic when you're facing a puncher. Right? To just get your counters in and then immediately clinch after. That's smart. That's a smart decision, right? It's frustrating for us because we want to see more putazos, but that's gonna. Do I need to remind you that the Indians blew a 3-1 lead? I'm sorry. That was rude. They did blow a 3-1 lead. That was to the Braves, right? Right? They lost. They blew a 3-1 lead to the Braves, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was to the Braves, if I'm not mistaken. See, Sean Porter has never been knocked out. Sean Porter has been knocked down multiple times, right? I think Broner put him down, right? Did Broner put? I think Broner dropped Porter, right? He got knocked down by Errol Spence. Did Keith drop him? No, right? Him and Keith. Did Keith drop him? I just remember the fight with Keith was really good too. Porter just, even the fights he's lost, he just looks so fucking like he's ready. he has like a style that's a very pressure, like he pressures his fighter very, very, very on offensive mode. So he's a pressure fighter, and I think I want to see how Crawford's going to adjust to that. But I don't know if it'll be by KO. I can't say for sure it'll be a KO because Crawford's never been stopped. He's been flash knocked down, but he's never been hurt. Like, you've never seen him like fucking wobbled and like all over the fucking place. It's always like flash knockdowns, right? With Broner was like kind of like just a fast knockdown. With Spence, same thing. It was like he kind of took a knee and he was like, fuck, like I fucking got a knockdown. Kell Brook also, I think. I don't know. Can some people remind me of this? Astros. No, I want them to lose. I want them to lose. I fucking hate the Astros, fucking cheaters, motherfuckers. I hate the Astros. Y'all don't even know. Fuck them. Fuck that midget Altuve. Fuck him. Especially him. I don't like him. I don't like Altuve. Fuck him. But anyway, I hope they lose. I don't want them to win because their 2017 title should have been revoked because there was cheating. Dude, I want donuts so bad. I was actually going to try to go get donuts right now, but there's no place here that's open 24/7. In LA, they have the California donuts that are open 24/7, but that's like all the way in LA, and I live in Long Beach. I don't think here. I'm gonna have to look maybe a Yum Yum Donuts because I'm also craving donuts. I'm also craving donuts. Porter might get knocked out doing all his shit. Yeah, you're right. When someone's a pressure fighter, you leave yourself open to counters, right? And again, Crawford's a fucking dog. Maybe a stoppage, not like a knockout, like out cold, but maybe a stoppage. I would say maybe a stoppage. I would think. He says baseball players don't get enough credit for the physiques. Bryce, dude, what I can't get over is that Bryce Harper got, he left Washington, and then Washington won their first fucking World Series. Like, Bryce Harper, yes, he went to the Phillies, and yes, he got paid a shit ton of money, but he didn't get a ring because as soon as he left Washington, they win. I'm like, fuck. Poor Bryce Harper, man. He has nice hair. Bryce Harper looks like the Prince Charming from Shrek. In the 12th round. Yeah. Okay, yeah. See? I remember what's up. But not with Keith. Yeah, you're right. You guys see, I like asking y'all because y'all have better memory than I do. I'm drinking most of the time I'm watching fights, so I don't even remember. Fury looked, well, yeah, I think Fury looked beatable in the first fight too because he kept getting dropped, right? It was only in the second fight where he looked super dominant, right? And he looked dominant here after, I think the 7th round, he started looking pretty eighth. I think the 8th round and above, he looked like just in control the whole time. But I think Usyk can give him a run for his money. I will still like to see him against Joshua. I don't think he's gonna get that fight because Joshua don't got a belt right now. But if he beats Usyk, I would still love to see it. I would love to see it. Got live UK. I don't know what that means. Fury's your cousin, third cousin, out of here. Otto Wall and B Fury. I remember that. That's when he got that big ass cut on his eye, right? I think I remember that. And then they comped a bunch of tickets. That was in Vegas, and he came out with like a Mexican uniform, like a Mexican like ring entrance outfit. I think I remember that. I don't think I watched that fight live. I think I was working that day. I think I was bartending that day, and it wasn't one of those fights that I'm like, I'm gonna call out for. And I made my own schedule even when I was bartending. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I'd just be like, I can't come. And like my boss, because it was like a mom and pop place, he knew that I did the boxing stuff, so he didn't care. So yeah, but some days I'd just be like, that wasn't a fight that I was like, oh, I'm gonna not work and make fucking $300 on a Saturday so I can watch Otto Wallen versus Fury. So I remember, like, I had it on my phone in the background, but I wasn't really paying attention. It wasn't until after I got home that people were like, oh my God, like, Wallen did so good and he should have won, and Wilder Fury was cut. I'm like, damn. I haven't even watched, like, I don't think I even watched highlights on that. I just heard all of that by other people. I don't know, though. But what's next? Let's finish this off by talking about next weekend. Next weekend we have Mikey Garcia versus I don't even know who the fuck. Do you guys know who fucking he's fighting? Who the fuck is he fighting? I might go. I don't know. I might go. I might not. I applied for credentials, but honestly, I haven't done much work for boxing because I've been a full-time journalist for the job that I have now, and it hasn't given me time to really do this. Oh no, we have oh shit, in San Diego, Navarrete versus Joey Gonzalez. That's on a Friday? Right? Is that Friday? October 15th? Yeah, right? So, wait a minute. So is the Mikey Garcia on a Sunday? I'm so confused. Let me look at my calendar. I'm so fucking confused, y'all. I'm so confused. Dude, I don't know. It's in Fresno. Who the fuck lives in Fresno? No one. I know because I'm in I used to be in Fresno every other weekend when the pandemic started because my uncle lives out there. I don't know. It's not I don't know. Maybe they'll show up for, I know Ramirez is big out there and maybe he'll promote it enough to where people want to go over there. I told my uncle about it. I told him I'll get him 2 tickets for it. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's a good question. The only fight I want to see is Bam Garcia is his name. Right? Rodriguez, Bam Rodriguez. The brother of the guy who beat Maloney. That's RGBA. ¿Cómo se llama? I don't know. I forgot his name. Franco Ruiz. No. What's his name? Franco? Jose Franco? Josh Franco? Josh Franco. Right? Josh Franco's his name? Right? His brother, Bam, I think his name is. He looks like he has really good development, so I'm excited. I want to see what's up with him. But other than that, that card's kind of ass. So let me see. The frat parties, you're gonna what are y'all talking about? Beyonce with a heart? What are y'all talking about over here? Hey, invite me. I'm gonna go. I'm always in Fresno. I'm in Fresno almost every other weekend. Yes, Joshua Franco. Joshua Franco, his little brother. I think it's his little brother. He's been looking good. He's been going up in the rankings, and I'm interested to see how he's gonna develop. So I forgot I was gonna look at my calendar. October 15th is a Friday. Okay, so that fight is in San Diego on a Friday. Navarrete versus Joey Gonzalez. If you remember Joey Gonzalez, he lost to Shakur Stevenson, and they had that whole special. It looks like a Maury special where it was like Shakur Stevenson was fucking Joette's sister, and then his parents are anti-black, so they didn't want them to date Shakur, and like her whole family stopped talking to her because she was fucking Shakur or something like that. And Joette Gonzalez wasn't talking to her sister because she was fucking Shakur, and then Shakur beat him. That Joette Gonzalez. They made like a whole Maury special about it. Every question was about that. It wasn't even about the fight. They were just talking about their family drama. So he's fighting Emmanuel Navarrete, who, as you know, Navarrete, ever since he beat Dog Bay, he's just been fucking in control of the super bantamweight division. He beat Dog Bay, then he beat Panchito Vaca, then he beat like Pitufo Diaz. He's been on a fucking roll, Manuel Navarrete. He's got like these long ass arms. Like when you see him in the ring, you don't think he's got that much power or skill, but he goes in there and he takes care of shit. So Navarrete is like this really weird case. He's just a weirdo. Like he has good length and reach, and he's big for the super bantamweight. Oh wait, no, he moved up. He's not super bantamweight anymore. He's not 122 anymore. He's like 126, right? He moved up. He moved up to 126, yeah. So now he has that WBO belt that I think Shakur left, right? Shakur left that belt and gave it to him. I don't know. The WBO has always been top rank, and they kind of just popcorn each other with the fucking WBO belts. One top rank lets it go, another top rank fighter comes up and gets it. Like they just popcorn each other that fucking belt. So I think, yeah, like that's so rounds us for the WBO title. And then Antonio Mireles versus to be announced. There's not much going on here. There's not much information, which is weird because that fight is next Friday. So I don't know how the fuck they don't have I don't know why they don't have info on that. I'm confused. Oh, I'm behind in the comments because I was looking at the thing. You say, Chicana, what do you think about the heavyweights, James, the Beast Wilson, and Eddie the Frank getting up in the mix? Anybody? Well, the thing is that these are the guys that you still gotta see how they develop against much more notable opposition, especially with heavyweights. Like heavyweights are either gonna be really fun, where they're gonna be keep getting like super like tremendous knockouts, or they're gonna be like more like slowly developing. So I feel like you got to see a heavyweight up against someone that you already know to really make an assessment on. Navarrete beats all the 130 champs, I think. I don't know. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see what's going on. Okay, so let's go back to the schedule. And then on Saturday is Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin. Anybody know who the fuck that is? Never heard of him. Where the fuck did he come from? I've never heard that name. Maybe I'm a casual. I've never fucking heard of that name ever in my life. Someone please fill me in. Is Jesse I don't know. I never really fucked with Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas has always just been whatever to me. Like he's never been special to me. Yes, he's a 2 division world champ, but I never really fucked with Jesse Vargas like that. And then he's being mamón ese way. I remember one time we were at the fight. I think it was when Leo Santa Cruz and Mares both fought other opposition on at the Stub Hub, at the War Grounds or Dignity Health Park, whatever the fuck it's called now. They each fought different opposition. It was Leo was the main event, and Mares was the co-main, and they each had their own opponents to get them prepared for their rematch or whatever. And everybody, there was like all these boxers walking around just like taking pictures with the fans. PBC had like an event where like their boxers had like a little meet and greet where they would sign fan stuff. Angulo was there. I think one of the Charlos was there. Who else was there? There was a lot of PBC fighters just like walking around or like sit down at a table, and a bunch of people would come up. And then you see Jesse Vargas come in with security, like 3 big ass like waruras behind him, and not letting people get close to him. Which is like, who are you? Like, what are you doing? So that was really fucking stupid, and that made me feel like I don't like that guy. Like it's whatever, like whatever. But it was so stupid. Like no one's there to see him. No one's there to see Jesse Vargas. And he came in with like a bunch of security. Like that shit pissed me off so bad. Elwin Soto versus Jonathan Gonzalez. Soto, I've seen him just from the matchroom cards. And he's the guy that beat one of the UK guys, right? For Soto's WBO junior flyweight title. That one should be okay. I don't whatever. Esteban Bermudez versus Jesse Rodriguez as a WBA regular. I thought the WBA got on right. The WBA got rid of the regulars, so why are they still doing with regular titles? I thought they got rid of them. Pacheco's there, which Pacheco's cool. Like he's still hit or miss for me. Like he wins some by knockout, and then some he's like really gone the distance and kind of shown that he struggles a little bit. So I'm just trying to go see how they're developing. I guess Mark Castro. We know he looks like Elon Musk. He has a big ass mouth. He looks like those monsters from like the creepy pastas on 4chan. You guys know what I'm talking about? That's what Mark Castro looks like. He looks like one of the monsters from the creepy pastas on 4chan. So these are I'm just trying to go see how these guys develop. Mark Castro, all these guys. I'm just trying to go see what the fuck's going on. And because honestly, I always see my uncle in Fresno, so I'm like, why not go just go see my uncle? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be out there just for that. And then Huey Fury is gonna be fighting versus Christian Hammer. This is over there on, I guess, in the UK. And then New York, I don't know. And Ananasian versus Daniel Gonzalez. Well, that's on Sunday. And that's on Triller, I guess. Oh, that's when they were trying to move the oh man, what a mess with the Fimo and Triller, man. Fuck. But yeah, that's basically it. And then we'll talk about next week or whatever. But that's it for this week. It was a great fight. I'm really, really excited to keep going on. See if I go to this fight in Fresno just so I can see people and like drink with them. Extra regular ass Jesse Vargas. Dude, when he walked in with security, well, there was like fighters just walking around, like it made me so pissed off. Siempre se me ha hecho medio mamón. Like he wears like those scarves. Like I'm like, what are you doing? That's very judgmental of me, but He always gives me like Mamon vibes, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But if I do go to Fresno next weekend, then I'll like try to, I don't know. Does anybody give a fuck about that fight? I know I don't. I think I'm just gonna go just to cover a fight and do something because I honestly don't give two fucks about that fight, to be honest. I really don't. But I'll still go and see what's up, and go hang out in Fresno. And if anybody's in Fresno, hit me up and we can get a drink or something. We can get some beers or something in Fresno. But that was that. Great pay-per-view in my opinion. It was pretty awesome. The main event. Everything else is whatever. Not, I don't know. Maybe he'll draw. Like he couldn't even be fucking Broner. Jesse Vargas couldn't even be Broner, so I don't know. But if I do go to Fresno, I'll post it on Twitter. Follow me on my social media, which is Twitter. And then I'll see if I go to Fresno or not in the weekend. I might not. I don't know yet. But if I do, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, just follow me on Twitter and then we'll talk about it. I'm just excited for next month. Next month is going to be epic. I'm going to be in Vegas for Crawford versus Porter. We got Canelo fighting. We got Fulton versus Figueroa. So I'm just ready for next month. This was the highlight of this month. And I'm excited for next month, which is going to be a bunch of good fights. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all be good. No se porten mal. And let's hope that the Dodgers keep winning and fuck the Giants, okay? Peace out. Love you.